Hello, villagers, and everyone who just happened to stumble across my video. It's so great to see you here. If you haven't already, please subscribe or like the video because both of those actions actually help us. Now, with that being said, let me put in my disclaimer. I am literally just speaking out of my own opinion. I am not speaking for a group of people. I am not doing this to incite the public. This is literally, definitively, and positively my opinion. Now, with that out of the way, you guys already know what happened a couple of days ago. Lil Durk arrested for murder for hire and attempted murder for hire. Now, with that, guys, I feel bad for his children mostly because they have to grow up not having their dad next to them all the time. Hopefully they do take some time and go visit him, but is this a hot mess? It's a hot mess. I remember the whole sliding for King Von situation, which I still don't understand what was the point of that, since the young man who killed King Von was himself arrested. But I think, I'm not exactly sure, but either way, I got together the best creators who have something interesting to say, and I figured to bring them here for you guys because you guys already know how I like to do things here. I react to other creators' ideas, so stick around. I have more videos coming along, so I'll see you guys. Stick around. Check this out.
Coming off his first Grammy win earlier this year, Chicago-bred rapper Lil Durk is now facing charges in connection to a murder-for-hire plot. The 32-year-old was born Dirk Banks. U.S. Marshals took Banks into custody on Thursday in Broward County. Banks appeared in federal bond court this morning. Now, details about the rapper's arrest or charges have not been released. 5 members of Dirk's Only the Family group, also known as OTF, were indicted by a California grand jury this week on charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Banks' arrest comes just weeks after he was named in a lawsuit which alleges the rapper had a hand in a 2020 gang-related deadly shooting of a Chicago rapper, FBG Duck, born Carlton Weekly. Weekly was killed in the Gold Coast neighborhood by a group of masked men as he waited to enter a high-end store. 6 purported gang members were convicted of carrying out Weekly's murder. Weekly's mother spoke with ABC7's Karen Jordan after filing the lawsuit.
Not a day goes by that I don't think about him and the life that was taken from him.
Crazy, but for now, these are just the news reporting.
Grammy-winning rapper Lil Durk is being held without bail for an alleged murder-for-hire plot. Federal prosecutors say he orchestrated the attempted revenge killing of rival rapper Quando Rondo at a Los Angeles gas station 2 years ago. Rondo's cousin was killed in that shooting. The FBI says they arrested Lil Durk in South Florida Thursday night as he was preparing to flee the country, possibly to Italy, Switzerland, or Dubai.
Crazy. I'm just glad Quando Rondo was fine. But I'm so sorry for his loss nonetheless, because he lost a cousin. So unfortunately for this video, I am not able to let you guys hear the audio, but if you guys can read the subtitles, that would really help. But basically what it's saying that the beginning of OTF and how Dirk got his accolades and what happened to King Von and how much grief took away from him, and then why he had to go and retaliate against Quando Rondo. But if you guys want to see the whole video in its entirety, please go ahead and check out his video. And also he talks about OTF Jam and some of the things that they've been thinking and saying about OTF Jam. I believe they all believe that he was a snitch or a rat or something like that, and he ended up being exactly what they thought he was. So anywho, yeah, again, check it out and check this other video out.
So apparently Dirk reportedly tried to trick the feds by booking 3 different flights to Italy, Dubai, and Switzerland. So basically he was trying to flee the country because he knew what was about to happen. I don't know how true this is, but I have seen it reported.
This is how you know who spends too much time watching movies and shows about shit like this, because if you're a real one, you know that is not the way to do it. You don't use your personal phone for bullshit.
Y'all, the mayor done took his key back. Key to the city. They ended their partnership with Lil Durk's foundation. we find out that OTF Jam is the one who was...
OMG, that is so true. He got the key to the city. I believe it was 2 cities, 2 towns, but combined it equals to a city. Oh my gosh, that is so true. So it seems like they took it. Let's continue listening to what she said.
Wearing a wire this whole time. It is not looking good for this man. For those of you wondering what happened, Lil Durk's been arrested for his involvement in the attempted unaliving of Quando Rondo, but it resulted in his friend's death instead. I've seen other articles say cousin, so I don't know, cousin, friend. Anyway, on Friday, August 19, P.O.V was shot after pumping gas at a gas station near Beverly Center. Suspects fled in a white sedan after pulling away. Rondo's 23-year-old friend succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced unalived. How did they confuse him for Quando Rondo, though? See, this headline here says cousin, so... Lil Durk considered this man family, took care of him when he got out, took care of him while he was in, actually, too. And this is how he repaid him. Lil Durk had bought him a crib, got him a car, gave him 50 racks, like, the whole works, and...
So sad and just sick and senseless.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is in police custody this morning.
And he was allegedly involved in a murder-for-hire plot. Roseanne is in studio with the very latest here. Roseanne?
Good morning. Well, we know him as Lil Durk, but his full name is Dirk Banks, and he was taken into custody in Broward County, Florida last night. Dirks is charged with murder for hire in the killing of another rapper's cousin. 5 other Chicago men were also hit with federal charges involving the same murder for hire plot. The group was allegedly hired to kill the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo back in 2022 in Los Angeles. That plot was allegedly ordered as revenge for the killing of rapper King Von back in 2020. This is not Dirk's first run-in with the law either. He faced 5 felony charges stemming from his alleged connection to a shooting back in 2019. He is now being held without bond. Natalie?
Oh my God, that is too much even for one person. Do you see? This is why I don't worship these people. So this gentleman specifically explains the situation beautifully and easy to understand. So I'm going to play a little bit of it because it's very long. So check this out.
Make sure we get this right. Lil Durk's cousin was killed in Atlanta in 2020. It was suspected by an individual with the last name Bowman, who goes by Quando Rondo, was behind the murder. So 2 years later, the allegations, not allegations, are that Durk and members of an organization, his band OTF, Only the Family, were responsible, that he went and got them together, went out to California, bankrolled them, got flights, got everything together so that they would carry out the murder of the person who's suspected of killing his cousin. Make sense? Okay. Generally, the feds do not mess with murder cases. They don't deal with those. But as you just heard, we've got a bunch of different states involved. We've got Atlanta. We've got Florida, where Lil Durk lives. We've got Chicago, where Only the Family is based and where he's originally from. We've got California, where the murder is said to have occurred. Hence, all of these different states, different jurisdictions, it makes it much easier for the federal government to get involved. But usually murders are handled by the state. When a murder is handled by the state, what you have is something called accessory before the fact of murder, and accessory after. Accessory before the fact is sort of like Training Day when somebody handed the gun and said, "You kill Alonzo." That's accessory before. If you give the weapon, if you help, if you aid in carrying out the murder, guess what? It's the same thing as being guilty of the murder. It usually carries the same amount of time as the underlying charge. Accessory after the fact is if you're the getaway driver. Shoo! If you're the getaway driver, you don't actually carry the same amount of time because you've helped after the murder. This Fed situation, the murder for hire plot, first of all, how dumb can you fucking be? Literally, if those are the allegations, there are 1 million Dateline episodes in which murder for hires don't work. And additionally, if you're involved with that many people, somebody's going to end up snitching. As a matter of fact, probably what has happened, since the feds are involved and have been involved in looking at this for quite some time, there's been something called a proffer. What is a proffer? A proffer is when the feds are involved and the feds know that there's somebody possibly involved, and there is all these allegations, 6 people involved in this murder. 6. And so if there are 6 people,
as mentioned, of course, this is messy. This is so messy and a terrible, terrible thing to do. And whoever was the person who encouraged this type of behavior needs to be there with him, either directly or indirectly, honestly. And I say encourage because this is not something that is learned overnight. This is something that's been encouraged for years. But if you guys want to hear the rest of what he has to say, check him out. His name is right there on his clip on his for his TikTok channel, or maybe you know him here on YouTube and you can just add his name on the comments. I'll appreciate it because I want to subscribe to his channel as well. But check out this next video. It's as interesting. It's super crazy.
Let's talk about Durkio. According to the blogs, right before he got arrested, he had bought some flights to Switzerland and Dubai, did not board the planes, and then had like a private jet chartered to Italy. So people are assuming that he did this to try to throw the feds off, and he was basically plotting his escape. My whole thing is, number one, Dirk, you got to check the extradition laws when you're doing stuff like this, because even if you did manage to get out of the country, they would have brought your ass back. It seems like there was no real long-term plan. He was just making it up as he was going, because even if he wasn't immediately extradited, what was he going to do when his visas expired?
Exactly, which begs the question, what was he thinking? Like, what was the plan and what was the thought process? Because, baby, the FBI don't miss. They will figure your shit out way before you do.
Nobody win. Lil Durk had a successful career. One thing about the feds. Who with? Those ain't people you play with. I done been to feds. When I got locked up, they told me I have a U.S. Marshal hold. I said, what's a U.S. Marshal hold? I used to watch the movie U.S. Marshal, so I'm like, I ain't somebody put one on me and another, like, I ain't know what it was. When they came and got me, that white lady said, you going to the Richard B. Russell building. I said, what's that? She said, you going to the feds. The feds, baby, I ain't got no money to be going to no feds. Feds for the rich, and I'm a poor nigga from the neighborhood. They don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. See, everybody be trying to glorify the street stuff. What y'all fail to realize is, the streets don't love you back. The people in the street don't love you back. You know what I mean? All this stuff just a front. You feel what I'm saying? Man, listen, man. See, I be trying to show mercy, but a real person can read through my activities, my actions. Let me tell you something. You see how these blogs go to posting? Negativity. The blogs, we get convicted before we get convicted before we even go to court. Because what they do, they put us on all these blogs and saying, oh, we did this, we did that. So now the jury see this stuff, because you never know who's gonna be on the stand.
That part right there. And I am not a Woody fan. I've always said this guy is a big clown, but just as he says, they put us in there. It doesn't matter what is your status, but once a blog and they have enough evidence on you, they have every right to act whenever they see fit, whenever all of their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted. And a lot of time, that's why this is an informative channel. I don't like to talk about celebrity stuff until the federales are already involved, and this is what I'm doing now. So that's why I haven't spoke on Diddy. I specifically made a video about Diddy's arrest or anything like that, but I do talk about his trial, the trial with his boss, Young Thug. So it was only fair that I also talk about this. I am going to talk about Diddy eventually, but not yet.
Lil Durk has been picked up in the wee hours of the night for attempted unaliving for hire on Quando Rondo in California. Lil Durk has been picked up for attempted unaliving for hire, in California. Yes, this happened in Florida around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So apparently, if y'all unaware of this situation, Lil Durk was picked up this morning, early this morning, okay, for attempted unaliving on Quando Rondo's life, where Quando Rondo's friend had lost his life when they was in that truck. Well, apparently they connected Durk to it. Is this a bad situation? Absolutely it is. They also picked up a couple of his homies from Chicago as well. Like I said, when the feds come and get you, this has to be something serious. We trying to get the rest of the news and stuff from it right now. All we know is who got locked up and what happened. But before I release those
This is truly crazy, you guys. And yes, maybe I sound a little naive when I say this, but it baffles the mind to think that there's somebody out there who can literally gamble with people's lives. This is sounding a little cartel vibes a little bit. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. For now, let's hear what else he got to say, because the next message for young people needs to be heard in all platforms. So there it is.
What I want to say to the young people right now is it's 7:22 in the morning where I'm at. I've been up since 5 o'clock trying to find out what's going on with this case. Y'all need to understand, bro. Anything done in the dark is going to come to the light. Okay? Situations like this. Look at Dirk trying to change his life, trying to show Chicago a different way. Right now, at this time, that's all he's been doing for the past 3 to 4 months. And now, because he is changing his life, this is what happens. The devil comes back and shows you your past, bro. Y'all got to pay attention.
Okay, so in a form of agreeing to disagreeing, no, I do not believe that he was actually trying to change his life. Honestly, I think he knew that something was coming along the lines later on that will implicate him. So he attempted to do a little PR just for the sake of him preparing to what was to come. But there's a little more videos that I need you guys to check out. So stick with me. Let's go.
Dirk went on a Feds press run. Him getting them keys, him doing the little, tribute at his concert, him even doing his concert, really getting back into his religion. That was a press run for the Feds. He knew this was coming, because to get the keys to 2 random ass Chicago suburbs like Broadview and Bellwood is crazy. And it came out of nowhere. I knew it was his birthday, but I was just like, maybe he's just trying to flip over a new leaf. But no, that was a press run for the Feds to show that he is a good person. I don't know.
Maybe it was for the Feds, and maybe it was for his fans. Maybe it was for PR purposes. It's a lot of maybes, coulda, woulda, shoulda. The matter of the fact is that he hired this man to take another person's life. He hired this man for the negative reasons, for the negative actions. He do not get a go pass. He do not get to be treated any different. And I think we all know that they do not get the same feelings for just anybody until we see this type of stuff for someone doesn't look like us. But this woman's take in particularly brings home the cake. I'm not going to play too much again because you guys already know the guidelines. I'm going to play a little bit and you guys can check out her name in the bottom of the page there and you yourself can check her out. But hear her out.
Jump right in and say I have watched several videos of people who are discussing Dirk and him being picked up. Many of them just giving legalese. They probably don't even really listen to drill music. They just know Dirk from social media and maybe a few of his bigger songs. But a lot of the take is really just them regurgitating what they heard on social media, right? As someone from the city of Chicago, born and raised, still here, real trench baby, someone who has watched the birth and the evolution of drill music in this city, I want y'all to know, Dirk absolutely knew those people were coming. I believe he knew they were watching him. He knew somebody in his circle was talking. And when you've seen the impact and the influence of drill music, I ain't talking about just out south, out west, over east, up north. Drill music has such an impact on this city, y'all. CPD couldn't do shit. CPD couldn't do shit with how drill music flooded the streets of Chicago.
I agree, because it got so bad that they even Mayor Eric Adams, he had to cancel and ban drill music here in New York because of the impact it was getting in Chicago. So she has a point.
And it is the very reason that so many of these new rappers think that they are gangsters right now. Like, I sit and I think, and I hope this makes it to anybody that is 35 and under, really 30 and under, but I say it even 35, because some of y'all still trying to figure your shit out. When Chief Keef first dropped, I was still running my teen club where the high school kids would get out of school and we all go to this one place and we'll be there till like 7, 8 at night, keep them off the streets. When Chief Keef first dropped, he might have been like 15, 16 years old at the time. And he put his first video on YouTube. When I tell you all my kids wanted to listen to was Chief Keef, I had to tell them, find the clean versions and we could listen to it because I want to hear what he's saying too. When I was listening to what he was saying in those songs, I think the first song they played for me was Don't Like. And we watched the video together. And I'm looking at the video like, these shorties wild as hell. And I'm looking at how all of my kids, mind you, I had 30 teenagers. 30 teenagers. The whole room is in that bitch like,
Absolutely, she's right. I remember those times because I was said teenager. I am the contemporary of a Chief Keef and Lil Durk and them. Okay, I am their contemporary. If you don't know what contemporary means, please look it up. So I remember those days when I was a teenager and everybody else was listening to Chief Keef and the Chicago scene and the violence and how DJ Academics made it even worse than what it needed to be. But he represented a certain way of media. So she is spot on. This is something that was fed on. Remember what I said earlier in the video? That this was something that was encouraged. This is what I was trying to get at without really getting to it. Like I said, I'm not going to play all of her videos because it's long. But everything she is saying, it is 150% spot on. And I stand behind what this woman is saying. Because what she's saying is nothing but fact. So now with that being said, stick around, check this out. And don't forget, if you've gotten this far in the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Doing so, you become a member of this village. Because baby, it takes a village. And you love this village. You appreciate this village. Because everybody in this village are so nice. We're so sweet. We're respectful. And we're nice. So let's go ahead and check out what else is going on. Check this out.
So y'all mean to tell me that the dude who snitched on Lil Durk was part of the OTF family? They hung out almost goddamn every day. Literally, they chilling. Oh, like they chilling, bro. Like that's your dog. You feel me? That's your dog. Like that's your dog. That's your dog. You hear me? You gave that man 50,000 when he got out of jail. You gave that man a house or a car, whatever it was, bro. You made sure he was straight when he got out of jail, bro. You tell me this same motherfucker wore a wire around you for years? He didn't do it for months. He did it for years. This motherfucker woke up every day and put that wire on like it was underwear. Just to wear it around you. Baby, somebody who made sure he was straight.
Yeah, it seems like some of these Gen Z, I don't know how old this lady is, I still don't get the picture. It doesn't matter who you are. The truth will come.
The crazy part about this is like maybe a couple hours ago, it's come out that they had wiretaps of Durk allegedly trying to clean up the people he think might tell. Now, if that...
What do you mean by clean up?
Okay.
That can be taken a few different ways.
No, they saying they got wiretaps, allegedly, that Durk is saying, get these people out the way.
Damn.
Now, that's the case. We have a murder for hire, which carries life.
Mm-hmm.
Attempted murder for hire, because Quando's in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was the intended target, by the way, Quando.
And whatever conspiracies for however many people he may have mentioned, right, was not going to help him is the confusion he tried to of him, his travel. He had one flight going to Dubai, one flight going to Switzerland, but then he had a PJ
go to Italy, I think.
Going to Italy.
Yeah.
Right? All booked different places, but all of these require your passport. So unless you got a totally different passport, it doesn't matter where you got your passport registered to fly out of.
So in conclusion, I would just like to say thank you again for being here. If you've gotten this far in the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because baby, if you do subscribe, that is, you automatically become a member of this village. And baby, you love this village. You appreciate this village because it takes a village. Don't forget to also hit that notification button because I give about 3 to 5 videos every single week, and there is something interesting going on in these weird tumultuous times that we live in. But with that being said, I hope they learned something. I hope Lil Durk learn something, right? And if not, hey, it's just his ass on the line. I'm not too knowledgeable with the street life. I've never been a part of a gang. They tried to get me in a gang, but it didn't work out. But I don't want to make a laugh at this because I know being a part of the gang, being a part of a gang, it's very important to some people. But I hope you guys come back for my next video because, baby, we're going to talk about some stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.